But as I watch Liverpool trundle off the pitch, it's another Cristanbul. Crystal Palace have cost Liverpool another big title. And the legacy of Liverpool in the Premier League era is one Premier League trophy. They probably should have 3. This one was in their hands. Last time when Brendan Rodgers went to Crystal Palace, they had it in their hands. Crystal Palace have done for them twice. They've cost them 2 Premier League trophies. And I am surprised. I'm absolutely stunned about this. Liverpool, I mean, wow. Just absolutely wow. And anybody who says that the Premier League isn't gone, it's gone. It's gone for Liverpool. They know it. And look, there are mitigating circumstances, of course. You know, Man City should not be winning this title. Hopefully Arsenal can still do something, which will be very, very difficult for them. But look, Manchester City are top and they're going to win this league. With 115 charges, we're going to see another Man City Premier League title race. And it absolutely isn't right. But I've been predicting it all season. I think it will happen. What's gone wrong with Liverpool today? We will talk about the Aston Villa game against Arsenal because that's the game that we're featuring. But yeah, we are switching on here and we are switching on to a massive, massive result. And the story for Liverpool again is 70% possession, 21 shots to 8, but no goals and a loss at Anfield. What has Erik ten Hag done to Jurgen Klopp? Because this all starts last Sunday at Old Trafford. And since then, they've not scored a goal and they've lost 2 games at Anfield. It's remarkable how... And look, you know what? Maybe this romanticism, maybe this belief that Klopp's farewell tour will inspire these players. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't, Jamie. Maybe it doesn't. You know, at the end of the day, maybe it's a hindrance. Maybe it's not a good thing. Because when I look at Sir Alex Ferguson, when he announced he was going to retire the first time, about 10 years before he did, we suddenly started getting loads of bad results. And then he said, I'm not retiring. And it can go the other way. And I think it's right. I think it's right. Kesh90 says, you were right, Mark. City were always going to scam another Premier League title. I never moved away from Man City winning this title. I'd love Arsenal to do it. I think it's going to be very difficult for Arsenal to do it. But look, the integrity of the Premier League's a joke if Man City win it. But that doesn't mean that I wanted Liverpool to win it. As a Man United fan, I didn't. I'm very surprised how they've bottled it. They should have had a penalty against Man City. Doku, that would have made a difference. They should have had an onside goal against Spurs. That would have made a difference. But you can't make excuses for that. And I don't think there's a Liverpool fan out there that will. And I'm sure Howard Webb and the Premier League are ecstatic because they don't want this league title won by City by a point. They want it won by 5 or 6 so people can say, well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So Liverpool have bottled that. There's plenty of Liverpool fans in the chat who I've known we've had on this channel for years. You know, obviously, as a Man United fan, I'm ecstatic that you've bottled it. But I'm also capable of appreciating, you know, some of the regulars we have in here are Liverpool fans who will have a good conversation with us. And I can see them in the chat. And they're basically saying we've bottled it. I mean, where you put the blame at this, I just don't know. I really don't know. But, you know, I think it's really interesting. And I think that I am surprised, to say the least, as to how it's panned out today. My dead grand, says Mark Goldbridge, would have scored 5 against Crystal Palace. Rest in peace. I think Klopp should have announced his departure at the end of the season. Ever since he announced his retirement, Liverpool haven't looked convincing, says Nigel. We ruined Liverpool's season, says Travel Guide, and we should be proud of that at least. As bad as we are, hashtag players out, hashtag players in, says Travel Guide. Well done on that. Honestly, I think we're seeing the Liverpool I thought we would see at the beginning of the season, says Jace. I mean, look, why do I think it's gone wrong with Liverpool? If you're just tuning in, they've just lost 1-0. That league table is as it stands. Liverpool have played the same amount of games as Man City. They're 2 points behind them. They're gone. I don't think Man City lose another game, so they're gone. Liverpool are out of this title race, amazingly. Merseyside derby next for Liverpool, says Philip Sutton. And I think that's it now for Liverpool. The rebuild might not be as easy after Klopp. I can give them some advice on that, says Nick P. I think the reason it's gone wrong for Liverpool is they don't score enough goals. They really create a lot of chances, but they don't score enough goals. And I think that's the problem you've got, isn't it? They do create a lot of chances. They do have a lot of possession. They do play a good brand of football, but they don't take the chances. We saw it against United twice in the FA Cup and in the Premier League last week. I think I've just spilt tea on my chin. Yeah, it's they've only got, you know what? They've only got themselves to blame. When you lose a game and you deserve to lose a game, you can't really argue with it. It's disappointing. But when you bottle it like that, and they have, and the thing is, in the space of 3 days, they've bottled it. But also, something else has just occurred to me. This Europa League in April is a season killer. It happens every year and people don't want to take any notice. I said this at Christmas. I said, is it a good idea for Liverpool to try and win the Europa League and the Premier League? And all I heard from some Liverpool fans was, Europa League's in Dublin, Mark. It's the destiny that Jurgen Klopp's last game will be in Dublin in the Europa League. You've just messed up the Europa League and you've just messed up the Premier League. And I've seen it with Man United. Not going for a Premier League, but trying to get top 4 and trying to win the Europa League. It always crumbles. It's impossible to do. And yes, there will be examples of teams that have done well. It's so hard to go Europa League Thursday night and Sunday in April. And every team that tries it, 90% of them fall flat on their arse. And Liverpool had a massively disappointing emotional loss on Thursday night. And then Sunday lunchtime, 2.5 days later, they've got to go again. Now, that's no excuse. They should have won. But Palace are fresh, concentrated, nothing to prove. I mean, some of the misses. I mean, Jota, they've got no... The thing is, they've got no excuse today as well. Jota's back. They've got all their big players back. Trent's back. Alisson's back. And Salah says Curtis Jones should not have started. I mean, I've just seen a hatful of chances there that they've missed. It's absolutely incredible. Kian says, Liverpool look like Arsenal from last season. Tired and like we've run out of ideas. We were never meant for this title. Hope Arsenal can do it, says Kian. Liverpool just can't finish since Christmas, says Xander. I know Haaland doesn't fit into Klopp's system, but he would have been handy to have these last few games, says Xander. I wonder if Klopp has recommended Man to succeed in David Moore style. Should be a fun decade, says Nick P. I recommend Southgate as Liverpool's next manager, says Terence. Merseyside derby next for Liverpool, says Philip. I don't think it matters, mate. I don't think it matters. Liverpool fans will judge any season on first place. Second or third won't matter to them. It's gone. That's gone. I mean, obviously the podcast will be out tomorrow. I'll talk about it in more depth, but it's gone. Like, Liverpool fans know it's gone. We all know it's gone. Man City won't drop another point. Man City will win every single game, I think. The only miracle is, can Arsenal, go and win every single game themselves? Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.